Yes, next topic it is exogenic forces. Exo literal meaning outside, and genic means origin. That we genic anyway we have seen. Then exo means outside. Then we know these exide movements like water and other things. Let us see how it is forming the different landforms with the help of this exogenic movement. The landscape is being continuously worn out by two forces. One is weathering, another one is erosion. So we are having two process, and one is weathering. Weathering means it is a breaking up of a rock on the earth surface. If we are having this much big rock and it is making into small pieces like these small pieces, maybe with different powers, then we will call it, what we are calling it is weathering. The next one it is erosion, is wearing away of the landscape by different agents like water, wind and ice. This is earth, and then this part it is moving away with the help of water, wind and ice. It is known as erosion. Normally we are saying like the topsoil, it is moving away with the help of water or wind, that is known as erosion. Then we are going to see that water, how it is working. Work of a river. Running water in the river erode or the landscape. When the water runs, you can see that one in page number 15 of your textbook. Please take page number 15 and figure number 3.4, waterfall. In that time what is happening? It is falling from hard rock to downside and soft rock undercut by power of the water, and it is given in the picture also, and right of that one we can see Niagara waterfalls also. So what is happening? Because of the running water in the river erodes the landscape. It may be mud or clay or slit or rock particles like that. When the river tumbles at a steep angle over very hard rock to down steep valley side, it forms waterfalls. So we can see waterfalls how it is forming, because the upside the hard rock it is not getting the weathering and erosion much. That's why from that the downside where we are having the valley area, that waterfalls to that area. Then we know which one is the biggest waterfall, and in India we are having many waterfalls. In net you can search and find out what are the waterfalls. It may be okay, you can we can find out three things. First one is the biggest waterfall in India, and biggest waterfall in South India, and biggest waterfall in Tamil Nadu. Okay, at least two, biggest waterfall in India and second biggest waterfall in India, like the two things, the biggest and second biggest. That is the thing what you can find out related to this one, biggest and second biggest waterfall in India. In net you can search and find out. The next one, as the river enters the plain, it twists and turn and forming large bend known as meadows. So that again it is there in textbook page number 15. The river when it is entering to plain area, it will twist and turn forming a large bend, where we can see that one in the text. If it is water, a river falls like this, and in some area that bending it becoming bigger one, you can see like this it is bending, and this area it is known as the what it is meanders, like that it is known as this bending area, it is known as what it is, we are calling it meadows, this area. And next one due to continuous erosion and deposition along the sides of the meadows, oxbow lakes created over time. So that also given in the textbook, oxbow, because already the water is moving like this and it is moving like this. This is the river, and here these meadows are formed, and slowly what will happen, it was the before it was moving through this side, the water was moving through this side, and slowly it is making a small lake here, small lake, that also like a kidney shaped lake, beans like that, in that way it is forming. That what we are calling it is oxbow lake. What we are calling it? Oxbow lake. Okay, next one. When the river overflows its bank, it lead to flooding of the neighboring areas. When the overflow of the river, what we will call it? Flooding. Then the flooding results in deposition of layers of fine soil and other materials called sediments along its banks, which lead to the formation of flat fertile flood plains, especially with Mahanadi, then Ganga, Brahmaputra, like that rivers, we are having the flood plains, especially North Indian rivers. It is bringing these flood plains, and that is very fertile and very good for agriculture. And the people, they are waiting. If they are getting like that flood, then after flood they are ready to cultivate in that area where the layers of the soil depositing just after flood. And we will call it, we are calling, what we are calling it is flat fertile flood plain. Because of that, the flood it resulted, and we are getting a plain area on that at the same time it is very fertile. So what we will call it? Formation of flat fertile flood plain. So you can find out last year, before last year, or 2019, 20, and this is 21. So 19, 20, 2019 and 20, in which in river banks we got these flood plains. So you can search in net again where we got the flood plains due to over rain or the melting of the ice, like that. In South India or North India, you can find out any news, it came in newspaper or like that also, you can search. The next one, as the river approaches the sea, the spread of the flowing water decreases and the river being to break. At the end, when it is reaching to the sea area, what will happen? The flow of the water, it is decreases, and the branches, you can see that one in page number 16, 3.6, page number 16. Please take page number 16 and figure 3.6, delta. So it is leaving, that flow of the water, it is decreasing, and the river begins to break up again like a small streams, and we will call it, because of that one, in between area it is depositing the what we can say, the things what it is carrying, the river is carrying from the mountain area or through which it came, and it is depositing the, and what we will call the deposit, that we will call it the delta. And the rivers, like a small streams, it is flowing to the sea, that is known as distributaries. What we are calling it is distributaries. So because when it is approaching to the sea, we are having again two divisions. One is delta area, means in between it is depositing the sand and slit and becoming very fertile area, and at the same time the river is becoming like a stream, is known as the, what we will call it? We will call it distributaries. The next one, the river become so begins to deposit its load. Each distributary forms its own mouth, each having its own mouth. The collection of the sediments from all the mouth form a delta. You can see that one in the textbook, page number 16, once again 3.6. So we have seen about delta, how it is forming, how the oxbow lakes are forming, how the meadows are forming, like that. Next one, work of the sea waves, that also again that things are there in textbook. The erosion and deposition of the sea waves gives rise to coastal form. Then sea waves continuously strike at a rock, cracks develop, and then they become larger and wider. Thus, hollow like a caves are formed on the rock, which are called sea caves. How the sea caves are forming? Because of the continuous waves, it is touching on the rock. Slowly there we can see a cave-like form in the sea rock, that is known as sea caves. And if the sea caves becoming larger and larger, at the end the both sides of the water meeting together, then we will call it sea arches. Over time, these activities become bigger and bigger. Only the roof of the caves remain, which results the formation of the sea arches. Then the further erosion takes place the top of that wall also moving away, and the pillars only left, that we will call it stack. Further, erosion breaks the roof and the only walls are left. These wall like features are called stacks. The next one, the steep rocky coast rising almost vertically above the sea water is called sea cliff. So it is given in textbook page number 16, figure 3.7. We can see sea caves, sea arches and stack. Then last one, the steep rocky coast. In coastal area we can see like that steep rock only, not that bigger pillars also. Very we can see like this end of the spear like that, very narrow and sharp this remaining part of the rocks, and where we are seeing like that many rocks, steep rocky coast, that we are together we will call it sea cliff. Okay, the next one, the sea waves deposits sediments among the seashore forming beaches. So when this sea is bringing the sediments and depositing in the coastal area, then we will call it what like that it is forming. What it is forming? It is forming the beaches. Okay, we'll stop here and we will continue next part in the Zoom class. Okay, thank you. Have a nice day. We will meet in the afternoon with our Zoom class.